कुंज विहारी गोपी जना वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी गोपी जना वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजना यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजना यमुना तीरा वनचारी राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी जय विष्णुपाद परमसुराज कचर्य स्त्रोत्र से सर्वेंग्र सभे चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय विष्णुपाद परमसुराज कचर्य स्त्रोत्र से सर्वेंग्र श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की all glories to assembled devotees Shri Krishna. All glories, all glories, Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga Shri Prabhupada ki. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकय चक्षुरोन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपं सग्रजतां सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च हे कृष्णकरुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वञ्जाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवसदि गौरभक्तवृन्द हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरोन्दनतारणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरं नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वतीदेवे गौरवाणि प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पश्चात्तदेशतारिणे Hare Krishna. Today, reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 22, text number 3, chapter entitled Prithu Maharaj Meeting with the Kumaras. 422.3. तद्दर्शनोद्गतान् प्राणान् तद्दर्शनोद्गतान् प्राणान् प्रत्यादित्सुर इवोत्थितः प्रत्यादित्सुर इवोत्थितः ससदस्यानुगोवैन्य ससदस्यानुगोवैन्य इन्द्रियेषु गुणानिव इन्द्रियेषु गुणानिव तद्दर्शनोद्गतान् प्राणान् प्रत्यादित्सुर इवोत्थितः ससदस्यानुगोवैन्य इन्द्रियेषु गुणानिव तत् him darshana seeing udgatan being greatly desired pranan life pratyaditsuhu peacefully going eva like uttitaha got up sa with sadasya associates or followers anugaha officers vainyaha king pruthu indriya ishaha a living entity gunan eva as influenced by the modes of material nature. Translation based on this is Bhakti Sanskrit Prabhupada. Seeing the four Kumaras, Prithu Maharaj was greatly anxious to receive them. Therefore, the king, with all his officers, very hastily got up, as anxiously as a conditioned soul, whose senses are immediately attracted by the modes of material nature. Purport. In Bhagavad Gita 3.27, it is said, Prakriti Kriyamanani Gunai Karmani Sarvasaha Ankara Vimbudatma Kartaham iti manyate. Every conditioned soul is influenced by a particular mixture of the modes of mental nature. As such, the conditioned soul is attracted to the certain types of activity which he is forced to perform because he is completely under the influence of mental nature. Here Prithu Maharaj is compared to such a conditioned soul, not because he was a conditioned soul, but because he was so anxious to receive the Kumaras that it was as if without them he would have lost his life. The conditioned soul is attracted by the objects of sense gratification. His eyes are attracted to see beautiful things. His ears are attracted to hear nice music. His nose is attracted to enjoy the aroma of nice flower, and his tongue is attracted to taste nice food. Similarly, all his other senses, his hands, his legs, his belly, his genitals, his mind, etc., are susceptible to the attraction of the objects of enjoyment, that he cannot restrain himself. Prithu Maharaj, in the same way, could not restrain himself from receiving the four Kumaras, who were bright by dint of their spiritual progress. And thus, not only he himself, but also his officers and associates, all received the four Kumaras. It is said, birds of a feather flock together. In this world, everyone is attracted by a person of the same category. A drunkard is attracted to persons who are also drunkards. Similarly, a saintly person is attracted by other saintly persons. Buddha Maharaj was in the topmost position of spiritual advancement, and as such, he was attracted by the Kumaras, who were of the same category. It is said, therefore, that a man is known by his company. Right. I neither have any qualification nor do I have any realization. I seek the blessings of all the senior devotees and all of you so that I can speak whatever I heard in the past. I need your blessings, Prabhu. So, yesterday we are continuing. So, that subject matter is this. As Pradima Maharaj was giving instructions to his courtiers, his citizens, suddenly it so happened the four Kumaras started descending to give their audience to Maharaj Prithu. Then what happened? Immediately he got up and with his officers he went to receive them. Srila Prabhupada, you know, seeing the four Kumaras, Prithu Maharaj was greatly anxious to see them. Therefore the king with all his officers very hastily got up, as anxiously as a conditioned soul whose senses are immediately attracted by the modes of mental nature. So he's giving an analogy actually. You know, so before I touch the subject matter, I just want to uh, tell you something I felt very important for myself. And when I felt it's important for myself, I felt it's important to all of you also. Right? Yesterday I did a program in some other place. I did this, but I'm also doing the same thing to you. Uh, you know, Krishna, for almost 18 verses, he tells, we are not the body but a spirit soul. Continuously, we are not the body or a spirit soul. 2.1 to 3.2.30, continuously 18 verses. He tells, you are not the body but you are a spirit soul. The first instruction of Krishna in Gita, it is very difficult to apply. We think we are this body. You know, how was my face during class? After the class is over, people see their face in the mirror. Speaker also does sometimes. See, what the correct conditioning? We are absorbed in bodily consciousness. When we are absorbed in bodily consciousness, what is very prominent? Lust, Maithunakara. So when we think we are this body, we try to we try to satisfy ourselves by gratifying the senses. Nature of the soul is to be happy. Anandamayo Abhyasat. Now the soul is stuck in the body. So impelled by false ego, the pure spirit soul starts identifying with the temporary body body of 206 bones, blood, flesh, and marrow. And all the problems of the body, we, all the problems of the body, we, all the happiness of the body, we consider them as those problems and happiness as ourselves. So I want to show you something interesting. What is the size of the soul? Yeshagra Sadamagasya Sadanakalpadesya cha Bhago Jiva Saviknyaya Sachanantya Kalpate. So what I'm going to show you is this. Can you see my hand? The soul is much smaller than this. I can only show this much, that's why I'm showing. Actually I have a video also, but I cannot show here. Anyway, so I'll explain. This is from third canto Srimad Bhagavatam. Soul is 1/10,000 part of the tip of the hair. I cannot do it, but you can do. You can take. So then what happened? One day we come to clouds. One day we come to the clouds and it rains. When it rains, then we fall in the fields. Some of us fell in the rice field, paddy field. Some of us fell in the wheat field. Some of us fell in a mango garden. Some of us fell in some garden, maybe brinjal garden. This all happened without our knowledge. So, you know, Karamana Daiva Netrena Jantardeha Pataye Striya Pravishnudhanam Pumsarita Kanasraya. So this all happens under the will of Krishna. Three modes material nature act. So father meets with mother, and that time when we entered into the womb of the mother, what is our size? Can you see my hand? This much only. Very tiny, but at least you can see this much. On the fifth day, we become, there is a reason why I'm telling this. We become like a chickpea size. We become like a chickpea size. On 10th day, we become like a plum size. There is a reason why I'm showing this. On 10th day, we become a size of a plum. Then in the first month, head is formed in the first month. Can you see that? Then the consecutive months we develop from that flesh 2 hands and 2 legs. Can everyone see? Then blood, flesh, and marrow. In the fifth month, they are all developed. The 7 important ingredients are developed. Sixth month, consciousness enters. It's like a sleep, you wake up. When the conscious you wake up, then where are you? Your head is like this, legs are like this. You vividly given in third canto, 21st chapter first. These are all the continuously displaying the verses. That's it. So um, then what happens? We go through so much suffering. Small worms start biting us, and we pray to Krishna. If you are very pious soul, you remember 100 lifetimes. What all the lifetimes you went through. Then, my Lord, I don't want to come out, and I'll stay in the womb and I'll pray for you. Make this life last life. As we are pushed out forcefully, we come out. Honestly speaking, These elements, Vayuranilam Amritam, Yatedam Bhasmantam Sariram, is Upanishad. Om Kritosmara 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 Kritosmara. So, in this world, there are only five elements. There may be computer, there may be books, everything. But what is there at the end? Five elements: earth, water, fire, air, ether. So the combination came together. It stays for 80, 90 years in the case of a human being. In the case of a dog, only 11 years. In the case of a cat, it's only 7 years, 8 years. But human being, maximum 80, 90 years if things like corona don't happen in your life. Otherwise, tomorrow only. Then what happens? This earth will go into the earth. This will, I told you the coming together. What I don't want to tell is the disintegration. What I want to tell you, what I'm not telling, the disintegration. Hey, earth will go to earth, air will go to air, fire will go to fire. So this person will be disintegrated and the soul will go to the clouds. And we, hey, did you come and why you don't attend Bhagavatam class? I have to take my children to swimming class. I have to take my children to taekwondo. I have to take my children. Once this is gone, who is the father, who is the mother? You have gone through trillions, not billions of lifetimes. Who is the father, who is the mother? बुलिया तुम्हारे संसरे असिया ये नन विधा व्यथा. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is telling, and this faggot of life, I forgot my Lord, I forgot you. During my Radha Vinod Bhagavan ki jai, Gaur Nitai Natwar Gaur Sundar Bhagavan ki jai, Jagannath Balsutra ki jai, Narsinghdev Bhagavan ki jai, Tulsi Maharaj ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So I am getting ready to sit in the womb again, thinking that I wasted my life, and I'm getting ready to, I'm coming together to the phase where my elements will be disintegrated and they are going to be integrated, reintegrated again. Hare Krishna. So one has to invest where there are returns. ROI, return of investment. It's very important. That's why yesterday in a company I was presenting, I always say this to outsiders: life is a triangle. 24 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours. Bhagavad Gita will not pay mortgage to your home or will not pay tuition fee to your children. So, though you're not the body, you need to take good care of the body. Outsiders, materialists, they think they are this body and they abuse the body. Devotees, they know they are not this body and they abuse the body. Both are wrong. Our connection to this world is actually through body. So we need to take good care of this. Siryati anena iti sariram. What is sariram? That which is going to be slowly destroyed. You go and say, Doctor, I'm getting pain. He says, come after 6 months. Then it will develop. It will not develop tomorrow. It takes very long time for the body to react. Should I continue? So, what is the three triangle? 8 hours you work. And out of 8 hours, I mean, material life, I mentioned in my book actually. 8 hours you work for material life, career. 8 hours family life. Some hours you give to the family. It's important. To love, to live is a bodily need. To love and be loved is an emotional need. To leave a legacy is a spiritual need. Hey, what is that you're training? What is that you're imparting to your children and future generations? By your example. That is very important. So 8 hours you are giving, some hours out of 8 you give some hours to the family. Today, technologically developed world, you see a family life and you see actually a career, material life. But this line is missing. Spiritual life. Hey, you're a spirit soul. They come together and they will be disintegrated. This drama of 8 years we have been going through since time immemorial. Anadi karma phale padi bhavarana jale. Bhaktivinoda Thakur song is there. Anadi, since time immemorial. Cats and dogs cannot come together on a holiday weekend. Today is not actually, it's Friday. Still, because it's holiday, we see some more people. Cats and dogs cannot come together. Only a very advanced human beings can do that. And let me tell you, our good karma is very high. You have free time. On the way we are coming, so many people are going to work. City buses are full. So you should utilize, we all should utilize our human life to invest more on spiritual life, because this is the only thing that will come with me. Whomever you are living with today, 50 years ago they were not there. 50 years later they won't be there. 30 years ago they were not there. 30 years later they won't be there. How many of you agree? But I'm not telling give them up, not at their expense. Spiritual life means bhakti means balance. 8 hours you work. Give comfortable time. 8 hours, some hours to the family. But hey, when you are serving everybody, you are serving your boss, you are serving your company, you are serving your family, serve yourself. You serve yourself. When you are spending half an hour in the bathroom to clean the body, come out and clean the heart. Why are we stuck in the number 8? What is number 8? Infinity. Punarapi jananam, punarapi, punarapi janani, ye samsare, कृपया देहि भज गोविंदम भज गोविंदम भज गोविंदम मुड़मते संप्राप्ति सन्निहिते काले नहीं नहीं रक्षते सॉफ्टवेयर डुक्करिंग करने. Bhakti will, I mean, tomorrow will never come. Today. The transformation will not happen tomorrow. One day Jayapada Maharaj said this. For a non-devotee, Maya says this is all bogus. Don't believe this. They're all wasting their time. Yes. And he said, for a devotee, Prabhu, you want to surrender to Krishna? Please. But not today. Next year. Array that. Then you say, Array, what next year? I am going to surrender out now. Maya says, please. Next mantra I'll surrender. This mantra, first round family, second round corona, third round America, fourth round health issues, fifth round I want to buy an apartment, sixth round I want to increase my sound. Array 13 rounds are over. We are growing going around. People are respecting. Prabhuji is initiated. 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 15 years ago. Array you're shooting an empty gun with no bullets. And everyone is respecting, and we are taking that respect. Maya says, congratulations. Build up, build up, build up. Because when there is no foundation, pulling the cord is very easy. Once you pull the cord, everything will come down. You'll get success also. But you know very well, the foundation is weak. So let us invest on bhakti today. Tomorrow will never come. This is introduction to the class. Now the class starts. So what is that? Actually, very wonderful. Prithu Maharaj, as soon as he came, the analogy is the way sense objects are immediately attracted to the senses are attracted to the sense objects. Likewise, Prithu Maharaj is attracted to poor Kumaras. What an analogy, huh? Srila Prabhupada class, not on this, but similar thing is there. When you will be liberated. Prasangam ajram pasam atmano kavyavidi sayeva sadhu sukrita moksha dwaram apavrutam. We are continuing in this world because of only one reason, attachment. Puranjan story, Puranjan is being dragged by the power of time. Puranjan is thinking about his wife and kids. Because he meditated too much on his wife, next lifetime his Prabhu became a woman. Puranjan became a woman. And so whatever are our attachments, one Prabhu was attached to a 40-story building he constructed. Next life, because of the karma, next lifetime, he took birth as a cobbler in front of that building only. He did not know why he was attracted to that building, but he would always look at that building. One day, he couldn't stop himself. He entered that building, but his grandchildren and children, not knowing this is my father, they started beating him up. I don't want to discuss, but you all know Kailash story of the attachment. So, if the same attachment you keep for a devotee, Sayeva sadhu sukruta, moksha dvaram apavrutam. Avrutam means covered. Opposite of apavrutam, the doors are open. The doors for liberation are open. Prabhupada said, the way a person, a chain smoker is addicted to bidi or cigarette, once the nicotine levels go down, I want cigarette, I want cigarette, I want cigarette. Likewise, if you look for a sadhu's association, likewise you look for a sadhu's association, the doors for liberation are open. The question is, what is association? One time I went to Cincinnati, and it is actually not a ISKCON program, outside program, and so many elderly ladies and gentlemen were there. They all came, so many people, maybe 20, 30 people, and they all came. They started coming closer and closer. They came so close, they were sitting this much close. One person is sitting here, seriously. Another person is sitting here. Another person was here only, so much. I was a little uncomfortable. Hey, this much close. Our Guru Maharaj said, no, their Guru Maharaj, not ISKCON. Association means when somebody comes, sit close. You will take their, you should so close that you rub their shoulders. And that, unka bhakti aapko milega. I said, look, that is not association. I don't think you understood. So that's why understanding is very important. One time I said, look, association means you're inspired by that person. You know, this you see on the road, all glories to Bangalore. So you see so many movie stars. You don't even see them really, but you think they are beautiful, and you're attracted to them. Believe me, you're taking their association. There may be an exalted Mahabhagavad devotee sitting next to you. Your intelligence says this Prabhu is senior devotee, nice devotee. Prabhu, you are nice meeting you. Tell me what else. So it is very superficial. We are not inspired by him. But I know if I don't offer obeisance, I'll fall down. That's why I'm offering obeisances. We are not inspired by him or her. How many of you are understanding? So this is theoretically, it's needed. That's why you're doing it. But when you see an outsider, that Khan, this Khan, who has some Khans, so many Khans, and you're attracted, wow, you're taking their association. Sayeva sadhu sukrita moksha dvaram avrutam. So that's why it's very important. You know. So when we render service to sadhus, what happens? When we render service to devotees, you develop an attachment to hearing. Our progress is based on our hearing. How much attracted are we for hearing? Sarvam Bhattacharya asked Lord Chaitanya, out of Navavidha Bhakti, which are important in Kali Yuga? Lord Chaitanya said Shravanam and Kirtanam. Actually, there is a barometer for our advancement. How much attracted are you for hearing? How much attracted am I for hearing? Yesterday I was telling, Monday to Friday, you make your home temple. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, make temple your home. Especially hearing. Hear with the desire to change. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur had 60,000 disciples. And what is the opinion of the devotees about Abhay Babu? Abhay Babu is a pounds and shillings man. Doesn't even have time to come and see Saraswati Thakur. But nobody knew what was happening in his heart. That's why it became difficult for so many people to accept Srila Prabhupada's success. One is Grihastha, and practically except one, nobody fell down. All the sannyasis. And they were all scholars. And Srila Prabhupada himself would take guidance from Bhaktaraksha Sridhar Maharaj and Bhakti Saranga Maharaj. They are scholars. But what Srila Prabhupada has done, keep Gaudiya Math aside, there is no organization in India. You know, I was seeing actually this Ram Janmabhoomi thing. No one has ever done what Srila Prabhupada has done. There may be so many exalted personalities, not just Gaudiya Math alone, but Srila Prabhupada. Lord Chaitanya bestowed that type of mercy on Srila Prabhupada. I was asking Amsuru Prabhu, you are Prabhupada's servant in New York, Prabhu, tell me. Amsuru Prabhu told something amazing. I couldn't believe. Prabhu, this is not written anywhere. He said, that is my realization. Once in the day of Brahma, Krishna comes in Dwapar Yuga, then Dva becomes the third, Treta becomes the second. That is the sign Krishna is coming. Then the immediate Kali Yuga, Lord Chaitanya comes. After 4,500 years later, 500 years after Lord Chaitanya comes, Srila Prabhupada comes to spread Krishna consciousness all over the world. So amazing. Prabhuji, it's not written anywhere. So yes, he is a Saktavesh avatar to spread Krishna consciousness. So we do not know who is who. No? So Einstein is considered one of the dull boys in the class. He doesn't do homework. Sits in the last bench. Why I'm telling this? If only you understand the person sitting next to me may be a Mahabhagavad devotee, your behavior will change. If every one of us in the temple start dealing with others in that way, when outsiders they come, in my home also there is that type of respect is not there for my father, but here it is there, temple will grow. One day, Einstein went and showed the teacher, I have done this homework. She got up and she went to everyone and said, we have a prodigy here. Our school will become famous. Why are you telling he's like a dull boy? Just because he did the homework, that's why you're telling, no, your statements are superfluous. No, this boy is an amazing personality. The teacher said, you're telling just because he did the homework, first time he did, you're glorifying. All the students are doing homework. No, you do not know. Because of him, our school will become famous, our country will become famous. He is great. Why are you telling like this? Yesterday, I did not give any homework. I wrote on the board, These are the problems science has not solved. So this person, first time he felt there is something that is challenging to his brain. So then he did that homework. Then when she said this, then they understood, So we do not know who is who. When we're coming back, the senses, you all know what is our problem. Senses are default attracted to sense objects. Rupa Goswami says, I want to have that type of attraction for Krishna. A boy has girl for girl, a girl has for boy. Girl doesn't need to, or boy doesn't need to train how to be attracted. Yes or no? Immediately your eyes will go. And if you nobody is there, it will go 180 degrees also. Means that is a conditioned soul. Means it is spontaneous. Raganuga bhakti for sense gratification. But Lord Chaitanya is telling what is Lord Chaitanya's contribution. We'll see that at the end. We are instantly attracted. Nobody is trained on sense gratification. We know it because we have been doing it. And I want to show you something interesting. How we fall down. I'm sorry, I'm taking a little. Need a thread actually. Okay, don't worry. That's I have. I always show to outsiders. So how we are all attracted. Eyes are attracted to objects. Ears are attracted to music and nice things. If you really want to make friendship with anybody, you need only one sentence. How many of you want to hear? Only one sentence. You can make friendship with anybody. Sure? Actually, I don't want to lie to you. You look so beautiful. And you'll bring your little bit of hair forward. I used to look much more beautiful before. But anyway, come for lunch tomorrow. And father didn't tell, mother didn't tell, brother didn't tell, you go to college. This boy comes and tells you look beautiful. Wow. Next day, this girl goes to college. Where is that boy? Thank you. So what happens? I use this in Ajamil story. This is fine, Rose. You know. So Indriyani paranyahar indriya paramana manasasti para buddhi e buddhi paratastus. First thing is we are not the body, we are a spirit soul. Second thing is you are not the mind also. And one devotee told me, without asking seniors, without consulting seniors, if you just follow your mind, I don't know why you use that percentage. 97%. What you are doing is wrong. I asked him, why you said 97%? Why not 95 or 199? I don't know. He said, that is my conclusion. He said that. Without asking devotees, without consulting their superiors, any decision you make, especially using mind, 97% it is wrong. That's why you all have experienced. I should not have done this. My hand is up too. Can you see? We are not the mind. We are not the intelligence. But intelligence is police. Mind is the thief. Udharet atmanam 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 asadet atmahim atmano bundur atmahim ripratmana. Hey, if your mind is controlled, you're living with the best friend. If not, you're living with the worst enemy. We are all living with our worst. At least we know Hare Krishna devotees. Outsiders, they think they're the mind. So sad. They think they're senses. The goal of life is to just gratify them. Tongue wants. I have a question for all of you. You got headache, you got stomach ache, you got earache, you got diabetes, you got a liver problem. I am yet to see one person past 1 month suffering from tongue problem. Did your tongue ever become sick? You may develop little boils here and there, no doubt. You know, what you call little boil here and there, but it will develop boil in such a way your sense gratification is not impeded. I'm not eating past 7 days. Why? My tongue is sick. I'm yet to come across any person who said my tongue is sick. He'll have a little boil here, no doubt it's there, you know, but eating is no problem. So Maya, we are all agents of Maya. As long as we listen to our mind and senses, we are not serving Krishna, but we are serving Maya. So I take 2 minutes. It's holiday, so can I go a little far, a little further? So real mercy is not anything external. Real mercy is internal. Vishwamitra Muni went, he for one, he understood when Vasishta's danda swallowed all the weapons that he acquired from Lord Shiva. First time he understood. Outside material life is useless before spiritual life. That guy did not even fight. And he put his Brahmadanda and I wasted all my life worshipping Lord Shiva, acquiring all these weapons. If you translate to today, all the material outside stuff is useless before spiritual knowledge, before bhakti. You know, however intelligent you may be, triple IT, IIT, MIT, what IIT, they're all for the feeding of the stomach. That's it. एंड इन एट द एज ऑफ 20-30 साल की उम्र में ये शरीर भोगने के यंत्र हैं, 50 साल की उम्र में ये शरीर तकलीफ देने वाली यंत्र है. वेदर यू आर engineer or doctor or actor, definitely it's for sure. You may color your beard, but you cannot color your intestines. Or you cannot make your intestines made up of silver or gold. Serious. All the stars also. You know, I see these stars. 30 years they were the young. Now I became old, but they are still young. I said, hey, look, maybe for a picture, not your intestine. So 1 year he did 10,000 1,000 years he did tapasya, not 10,000. 1,000 years he did tapasya. In the winter, sitting in Gomukh, Himalayas. In the summer, Panchagnihotra, he would sit with Panchagnihotra in the fire in the summer, South India. But as usual, Indra became disturbed, indecent Manaka. Manaka, and he gave his tapasya. He constructed a nice hermitage there only. And he gave birth to Shakuntala. He totally forgot. One day, Manaka concluded, this guy will not become angry. He's very attached to me. Even if I leave him, he'll not become angry, but he'll only cry. So she told him, I'm leaving. He said, where? My job is over. Wow, what do you mean? Indra only sent me to ruin your tapasya. Now it is ruined. I'm going. You don't have any love for me? Obviously not. What is it you have love for? I have love for my work. I serve Indra. And who will take care of Sakuntala? She said, that is your problem. And she left. So he became so upset. He also left Shakuntala and he left. He left. And Kanva Maharshi brought her up. Then he was outraged. When somebody comes and tells you, Prabhu, you cannot do this. If you have little Rajagun, what you will do? Even though you don't want to do it, you cannot do it. Because somebody challenged you cannot do it, what you will do? I will karke dikaunga maine. Yes or no? Now he became upset. So somebody is playing with my weakness. Next, another 1,000 years he did tapasya. Intensely. 1,000 years. And one day, first time tinkling of angle bells. Second time also tinkling of angle bells. This time Rambha came. She started dancing. Immediately. Now his brain, his buddhi became sharp. He a little bit sufficiently controlled the mind. Actually, it's very important. That line. He has sharpened his buddhi with his mind. The moment he saw the sense object, earlier the buddhi was not sharp. Now it is sharp. He said, "Do you think I'll become a victim to you?" First time, yes, not second time. But she kept on dancing. You are trying to tempt me and ruin my life. I know you're sent by Indra, and you're still dancing shamelessly. I curse you, become a rock. Immediately she became a rock. And he smiled and he closed and he was and he heard somebody laughing. What? Indra. Why are you laughing? First time you became a victim of lust, now you became victim of anger. You lost all your tapasya. Eh, 1,000 years gone again. Again he sat. Another 1,000 years. So I think we would control all his mind and senses. 1,000 years are over. One day he let loose his mind, immediately became hungry. The consciousness came to the bodily platform, immediately became hungry. So he became hungry, not like Ekadasi fasting. Everyone is actually, Upavasa means you should be close to Krishna. Upavasa. Upanishad. Upa means close. Vasa living, not to kitchen, but to Krishna. That story of Raman is there. Hey, what is time now? 7:30. Arey yaar, sun is going very slow today. I don't know why. I thought it's already 10 o'clock or 7:30 only. So the time goes very slow that day. Because Kali Yuga prana is in anna, food. So anyway, he cooked food, he offered it because hungry, right? How many of you did it? There is a vijay join the because you're hungry. So, so you're about to eat. One chandala with four dogs came and said, "Baba, food." This is so ugly, untouchable. Especially when you're hungry, you become angry. You know? Then he looked at him and said, "You're hungry?" He picked up the plate and gave it to him. Take it. That guy said, "I cannot do anything to you. You you have gone beyond my jurisdiction. Now I cannot do anything." Many times I thought, why this Rambhava Rasi Manaka don't come to us? Why they come to only, the in the Puranas? No, Indra comes to us. Rambhava Rasi Manaka come to us too. But actually we don't need Rambhava Rasi Manaka. Whereas the demigods, the mind is controlled by moon. Mind is controlled by moon. That's why in Amavasya Purnima, especially Purnima, mental cases in America are more. Serious. I'm honest. Doctors confirm this. One doctor said, tomorrow I'll be busy. Tonight I should not drink anything. Why? So many patients. Purnima is coming. Wow. So your mind is controlled by moon. So moon says, you want to go back to Godhead? Crossing the moon planet? No. Stay here only. You know? So, what did you like in the Bhagavatam class? I don't remember what he said in the class, but after that, Prasadam Kichdi is very good. But what is Lord Chaitanya's contribution? Keval Ananda Kanda. Yesterday night I was telling this. What is Lord Chaitanya's contribution? I don't know how long I should go for, but you the dearmost person to Krishna is Uddhava. Krishna eats with Uddhava, Krishna jokes with Uddhava, Krishna shares intimate thoughts with Uddhava. Means all the people of Vaikunta look towards Uddhava. How fortunate he is dealing with Krishna so intimately. Means all the people of Kailash also looking towards Uddhava. He is amazing personality. And all the people Brahman realized is wandering here and there in Brahman, that Paravyoma, they're also looking towards Uddhava. Amazing. But that Uddhava I will cut the story short. When he came to Vrindavan, Buddha was a disciple of Brihaspati and in Sakyaras with Krishna. Because of his intense bhakti, he looks like Krishna actually. He has got that features. To cut the story short, when Uddhav saw the bhakti of Krishna's friends, he said, "This is amazing. I don't have that." Sometimes we have this mentality. I'll tell that what that mentality is. But then when he saw when he went to the next level, Vatsalyaras, Nanda Maharaj was not even talking. Yashoda was not even talking. Nanda Maharaj was talking. Buddha said, "Wow, I'm." Until he came to Vrindavan, he was thinking I'm the most fortunate person. But when he saw the bhakti when he saw the devotion, the prema Yashoda has and Nanda Maharaj has, said, "I don't have this." Then he went and met gopis. Radharani doesn't speak to any male person, but she has to convey a message, Brahmara Gita. When he saw that devotion of prema of gopis, usually when somebody is better than us, we become envious. Why I don't have it? First thing we become envious. Actually, I liked Uddhav for one reason. Uddhav was not envious. They have what I don't have. Uddhav went immediately to Uddhav Kunda. Now I want to tell this. Especially somebody is very senior, they have association of spiritual master. And you come and say, Prabhuji, Maharaj called me. Guru Maharaj called me, I spoke to him. I spent 2 hours, I know, and you tell all the stories. And these people, wow, Guru Maharaj spoke to you, talked to you. How fortunate you are, Prabhu. Amazing, Prabhu. Oh, Guru Maharaj gives instructions and you work for him. So was spending practically every day with Krishna. But when he saw gopis, they are talking as the Krishna left yesterday. Krishna did not leave yesterday. It's long time. But they are talking as though if he went yesterday. I was telling yesterday, one day I was in Minneapolis. 3 is January actually. This much snow. I was standing around early morning, 5 o'clock. I heard the sound of a conch. Somebody was blowing conch. I thought, am I dreaming or what? And I opened the door and the window. It's all minus 20 degrees actually. Minneapolis means North Pole, but it's in America, of course. So then, third time I heard, I said, look, this is not a recording or anything. This is real. Then I went down and the Prabhu was washing his conch. Great. Prabhu, you are the first family I've seen in America doing Mangalarti at 5 o'clock. Said, my Guru Maharaj, he gave me the instruction to do Mangalarti. He is talking as though his Guru Maharaj gave instruction yesterday. Guru Maharaj passed away long ago. I said, great Prabhu. They are Mahavishnu Maharaj disciples. And there, my Guru Maharaj gave me instruction. Whether it rains, sunshine, snows, I'll do Mangalarti every day. Rest. So they are talking yesterday as the Maharaj gave instruction to the years. My point is, when Uddhava saw that, I don't have bhakti. Though Krishna is intimately connected with me. I told in the beginning, rubbing of the shoulders. That is not that. Then Uddhava meditated, it did tapasya, and Krishna came and what do you want? Ashamaho charanarena jusham hamsyam vrindavane kimapi gulmalataushadina. My Lord, make me a blade of grass. And these people step on my head. That is the perfection of my life. He didn't say make me gopi better than or create a separate group for myself. Chandravali is there, Chandravali too. He didn't say that. He said, make me a blade of grass, Gulmalatoshatina. And when they step on my head, that is the perfection of my life. Next to Kusum Sarovar is actually Pushpavan, where gopis come. There Uddhava is present in the form of a Gulmalata. In our words, blunt words, creeper, or maybe a blade of grass. They don't know there are so many creepers. They go just step on that and go. Uddhava considers his life successful. That is Vrindavan Bhakti. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling you don't need to go to forest, you don't need to leave your family. Sthane Shita Sutikata Tanuan Manobir. Stay where you are. You can eat Ekadasi pizza on Ekadasi day. You can eat Ekadasi idli on Ekadasi day, no problem. But do service. Chant your rounds. Finish your rounds before 7 o'clock or before going to office. Don't criticize anybody. Deal with devotees with respect. As though your life is your bhakti is based on their happiness. Then whatever everyone is looking for, Teyam Sada Parivagnam Vishnudoham Tirthaspadam Siva Virinchi Nutam Saranyam. What Brahma and Shiva looking for that Vrindavan Bhakti. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to freely give. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada is an empowered representative of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who has come to freely give. Now I'll take 2 minutes and I'll finish it. But unfortunately, we are attracted to sense objects. And I love to show this. We get every day 1,000 thoughts. Every thought is like a thread, good or bad. Every thought is like a thread, good or bad. Whether it is any thought, doing a service or for an outsiders, breaking up for regulative principles. It all starts with a thought. Brahmachari wants to leave ashram. It starts with a thread of thought. How does it look if I hang on with this person? So you can stop at this stage just by snapping it. But the thing is, mind has 3 gears. I'm not quoting the slokas because time is less. Thinking, feeling, and willing. I want to buy Tesla, or I want to do this. I want to buy a home. Actually, this avatar is in my mind ever since I left Hyderabad. know, Avatar home I want to buy. So anything you do, you think of it. It's like a thread, like a thought. But you keep on encouraging. You tell your spouse, I want to buy that. He or she says yes. Then feeling, it'll go to the next gear. Feeling. You'll close your eyes. How does it look? I'll be driving Tesla one day. I'll be driving BMW one day. Or I'll have this jewelry one day. So what happened? This is becoming a rope. This is no longer a thread. You don't realize that, but you can still bend it. Third gear of willing means you told everyone I am buying a TFC. Yes, 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 yes. And it has become an iron rod. You cannot bend it. It has become a iron rod. You cannot even bend it. The greatness of Lord Ramchandra is Father is calling you. Early morning is ready. Sita is ready. What will the Father call me for? Hey, you follow Vasishta nicely, do Abhishek nicely, do Yajna nicely during coronation. For any one of us, the idea of becoming a king has become an iron rod. You cannot even bend it. Then he goes, and what is that? Go to the forest. And the worst thing, your brother will become the king. That is actually a principle of stress management. The Ram, in America, many people they continue to take divorce even though they don't want to because they told everybody. Everybody came to know we are separating. Now we don't want to undo it. First of all, it has become an iron rod. Second thing, you can dilute it if you have spiritual strength. अरे सबको बोल दिया हमने, we told everyone. That's wrong. What is the greatness of Ram? When the reality is different from what you're expecting, immediately changed it. You need to have an immense spiritual strength. You need to have a sharp intellect, buddhi. It will happen by coming here. It will happen by listening to the class. It will happen by doing service. Otherwise, it will not happen. Lord Ramchandra, in 1 minute, he changed it. Fine, perfect. Let Bharat become king. Greatness of Sita. Oh, why not? Otherwise, he tells, after 15 minutes, he'll come back. Dad actually agreed, but my wife is not agreeing. So now you have to undo it. That is the today's modern world. Actually, I agreed. Dasharatha says, Ariyar, you're putting me in trouble right now. No, dad, I'm following your footsteps. So you listen to your wife, I'm listening to my wife. Sita didn't say that. Raman says the best jewelry any wife can have is a husband. Husband is the best jewelry for the wife. Who is the best friend any husband can have? Wife. Today people don't know that. So they look for outside. So this thread-like thought has become an iron rod. You cannot even bend it. You can bend it only if you have spiritual strength. That's why real progress is not external. Did you develop taste for the holy name? Did you develop taste for service? Did you develop taste for, you know, compassion? I mean, compassion. We don't have any compassion. Compassion is a quality of somebody is in bhava stage. We want to become instrument of Srila Prabhupada's compassion. That is the true progress. No one can take it from you. Other things, they're taken by time. So let us, the way Maharaj, I'm done. Maharaj Prudu developed intense eagerness to associate with four Kumaras in terms of service. Let us also let us develop enthusiasm to serve Bhagavatam by reading it. Let us develop enthusiasm to serve devotee Bhagavat by serving him and receiving instructions. Let us develop enthusiasm to honor Prasada, knowing very well it is Krishna. And understanding that our time is running out, let us invest on spiritual life. Though we need to strike balance between other two. If I have spoken anything wrong, do excuse me as a humble servant. Very grateful for your patient audience. Thank you very much, Hare Krishna. Any question or comment? I offered obeisance to you 3 times. You didn't see me 3 times. That's it.
Hare Krishna. I'm a waking up sleeping person. Prabhu, thank you so much for the wonderful, emphatic points that you made. So, like, Pradhan Mantri Modi said that Ram Mandir is ban gaya hai. Ab kya? Aage kya? So, my question was, so you just mentioned that, see, I can talk about myself. So, I don't have taste in chanting. There is no enthusiasm to serve or hear. So many things that we aspire. And as you were mentioning that uh, people see, oh, so many years in Krishna consciousness, but actually chanting is empty bullets. So ab kya? Now that we have spent 30 years, so we understand there is a problem, right? So what should be done to basically at least now we start doing things properly, right? Past is past. So if you can just help on that point. Hare Krishna.
You're asking me to, you want to correct me by asking this question. So, okay, this is the thing. I want everyone to please hear from my example. Bhakti Vigyan Maharaj says, ISKCON devotees are amazing. When they are in 20s and 30s, they really behave their spirit soul, not the body. And 40s, world starts, especially outsiders, they start going through health issues. Then they think I am this body and then I need to take care. He said, ISKCON devotees are amazing. 40s also, they say we are spirit soul, not the body. But 50s, ISKCON devotees say we are this body. We need to take care of it. Because this body is actually humbling. So, what I want to tell you before I give you the answer, one day in our temple, we want to do 24-hour kirtan. Ekadasi, Saturday, why not? Only once a year. I told them 10 o'clock, 10 to even 20, the whole night actually. I have few rounds left. I'll go chant and finish them extra rounds. Of course. And then I'll join with you. It's a very wonderful effort. So I agreed. So they asked me to sing. So 10 to 10:15 I sang. And I said, let me finish my extra rounds. I'll come and join. And because I'm also determined. Only once a year, devotees are coming together. Went upstairs, I finished my extra rounds. And as I was finishing my last round, because I woke up very early, I started falling asleep actually. And my mind said, oh, you cannot do this. And tomorrow you have a tight schedule, all the things. Finally, I didn't go down, I slept. Then the next day morning, I meditated on this. This is how we leave the world. No, I'll do next year, I'll do next year, I'll do next year. Suddenly, doctor says you have only 3 months to live. And then, whatever here and there, that 3 months, you're done. For somebody it is 2 weeks, somebody it is 1 month, somebody is 1 year. So that is how we keep on postponing. um, why I said is ever since my body also, whatever I'm telling, actually I'm telling from experience. My body started changing vigorously, seriously 2 years ago. Ayendra Prabhu says this. There are so many conditions also. Narhar Chaitanya Prabhu was telling the population of Bangalore is 1.4 crores. How many people will you make Krishna consciousness? So real advancement is internal. So invest yourself. It's very important. I have only one question for everyone, especially those who are working. Your company is telling you need to do production support 5 days a week. It's very important. Otherwise, you'll be laid off. Will you do it or not? All the people working, production support starts at 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock. You have to do production support until 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Will you do production support every day? Yes or no? Now remove it. If you attend Mangalarti, you'll go back to Godhead. Only weekends, not every day. Will you attend or not? Answer is no. Guruji, Krishna is. So, next question. For all of you are married with children. If you take your child every day, 6 o'clock, swimming pool, for 6 months, he's a very talented boy. He will give entrance into Olympics. Will you take your child every day, 6 o'clock, swimming pool? He'll get entrance into Olympics. There's no guarantee for the medal, but he'll get entry into Olympics. How many parents will agree I'll take him every day for 6 months? Don't. How many of you say I will not take my child? I don't want him to take part. I don't see any Indian. I'm also Indian. But come in the weekends, attend Mangalarti. Only weekends. We'll go back to Godhead. How many of us agree we will not come? Say one person is honest here at least. So actually, no, we should take baby steps. Return of investment. This is the only thing that will come with me. That's why I always ask question. 2 years before you left, before you take birth, where were you? Where is that family? That family is there, but you are not connected. Somebody would show me extra affection. I would think this is my father or what. But I know I can never see him. Because a person leaves the body, either he'll advance himself in 3 modes or degrade himself in 3 modes. So he'll not get the same face. So I know I can never see him. So Prabhuji, there is no excuse for making progress in spiritual life. One day one person told me, you want me to attend my father's funeral or you want me to attend his 12th day? He's a devotee. I became so upset with him. He's a non-devotee I want. Hey, if only your father knew 30 years ago, you'll say like this. Instead of investing on you, you would have invested on Krishna. He never knew you'd speak like this. "Raji, kya bolu, America, no holidays. And here, this is your father. If you were not there, you were not there. Thing is, whatever very important externally, I'll tell you this, bro. The punchline. How many what you want to hear? One day I became breathless. It happened 2, 3 times. I don't know why, but it happened. That time somebody would come and tell me, I'll put you on the Facebook with this 10 million followers, or I'll give you everything. I would say only one thing. What do you want? Breath. It happened in Mayapur actually. It happened in Farmington Hills also. 3 times. I can't explain to you what it was. I'll explain you Mayapur experience. I told devotees, Yatra actually, hey, I'm not feeling well. I have a problem. All the brahmacharis, yes, so jao, now sleep. And I slept. I think it was okay. Next day morning I took bath. I attended Mangalarti in Mayapur. Then Japa started. Again it started. I was not comfortable. Then I thought I told myself, hey, this is Mayapur, Karthik. All the devotees are there. Radha Madhava, Panchatattva. That's good. But still something in me telling, I don't want to leave. I was not comfortable. It's very uncomfortable. I got up and went outside for fresh breath. Then I thought, hey, if I leave outside, there's a problem. Again, I came inside. And believe me, I'm laughing now. I wanted only breath, nothing else. Money, America, India, anything in this world. What I want, only breath. Do you want to die? I don't want to. I want to continue. Hey, you don't have any family, still see the power of attachment. Why I'm telling this is that is the power of our ego, that this rope, ego is bound by the rope. Ego is the rope that binds body to the soul. So intense. The illusion is so high. We need to put energy on chanting. Wake up and finish your rounds before 7 o'clock or before 8 o'clock. Intensely increase your rounds if you have time. Or do so like some people put in energy and Bhagavatam, some people put on service. But increase your investments, bhakti investments, because that's where only return comes. That is the reason why whenever somebody is going to leave the body, I go and do kirtan because I see that so that I remember it. Maya will never remind you the fever you got, the COVID you got. Maya will only remind you the sweet experiences you got. And Maya says, go for it. Mind. Maya says, Prabhu, eat gulab jamun. I have diabetes, no problem. Arey, I have diabetes. I have to end up in doctor. Mind says that is not my problem. That is not your problem. No, I want to enjoy. But I'll go through suffering. Suffering you will go through. Enjoyment I'll go through. So some people says, you'll become angry. Maya says, give him left and right. Not Maya, sorry, mind. Give him left and right. You stop. Hey, if I give left and right, I'll commit a Vaishnava, I'll lose the feedback. Mind says that's not my problem. But I want to take revenge. But I'll lose my feedback. That is your problem. Arey yaar, you're my worst enemy. You're telling you give left and right and lose the feedback, you don't have problem? Because I'm upset now. First thing, mind is a personality and you're not the mind. Wow, what a game! You're nonsense. Everything you are making you do, the suffering I go through, but you enjoy the consequences. Let us invest in spiritual life, where dividends, maximum dividends. Sorry, it's done. You want me to? Should I continue taking one more question? Yes, bro. Your question.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you very much for the wonderful class. Prabhuji, I had this question. Like in the end of the class, you were mentioning that we have to develop the taste for the service. Okay, but services, there are like different types of services. So, is it good, like if we have a specific choice in our service, or should we be like always be ready for any service that our senior is giving? So, or should we be always be ready and alert about all the services that we are getting, or like if you have a specific choice that I like to do this particular service with my own probably nature or in mentality, so is that good, or how should we mold ourselves to develop that taste for actual service?
Nice question, bro. Very nice question. Actually, I told in the beginning about the mind. If somebody tells you to choose your service, Raju, we never had problem looking for a singer on Sunday feast. There are always singers for Sunday feast, you know. But we always have a problem for pot washing. Even if there are only two people, we never had a problem for choosing a singer. Bro, can you say? Oh, of course. But we always have. So we will choose that type of services in conditioned state where mind is pleased. Actually, there is no, every service is equal, nothing higher, nothing lower, you know. But what you did, that is a part of, uh, it's an answer to a part of your question. Then you brought, what about my, you have a nature that is there, bro. Then it's a bigger question actually. We all have a nature. Somebody is in goodness, harmonical, they have one nature, then they flourish in one service. Of course, we are all, bhakti is transcendental, no doubt. So some services you will not flourish. It's called apadharma, emergency. Your mode of goodness, you will flourish in preaching, whether you like it or not. Just giving an example, just giving an example. But because Hare Krishna devotees, ours is Devi Varnashram, any service you can take it up. If that is that's not your nature, then you will not succeed. Momentary it will function. Now I'll not tell the names. One very famous personality in ISKCON, he resigned. Somebody went and told Giriraj Maharaj. And Giriraj Maharaj said, prolonged incompatible service. That person is acting an apadharma, emergency. And that is not his nature. But he prolonged it. So that's why you should know your nature. And especially by authorities, they will tell you. But irrespective, if authority is giving you service based on your nature, great. But usually when authorities, sometimes what happens, certain areas need service, more focus. When temple is giving you service, then you'll get also blessings, though it is not your nature. Temple is because there is a need. You're understanding? No, but when you choose your services, you have to, is this, am I compatible? This service is compatible with my nature. That you have to over a period of time. If not, you should ask the seniors. Thank you very much. We'll end it here. Very grateful. Granda, if I spoke anything wrong, excuse me. Very grateful for your, excuse me as a servant, but very grateful for your patient audience. Hare Krishna. Granda Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Radha Vinod Bhagwan, Jagannath Balsudaramay Bhagwan ki jai. Nitai Network Governor Bhagwan ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Singdev Bhagwan ki jai. Tulsi Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. We are very fortunate to have the association of His Grace Yugal Kishore yesterday morning and today morning. And the class was not just speaking, but with the demonstration which goes deep and with the nice analogies and his own personal life experiences and all. It was really very inspiring, Proji. And we look forward to have your association again next time when you happen to come to India. Let's express our gratitude by chanting Hare Krishna mantra once. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare. Also, as yesterday it was shown, there is the book, The Art and Science of Self-Mastery, A Monk's Wisdom for Stress, Anger, and Time Management. This is a set of 3 books which Yugal Kishore has written. So those devotees who wish to have the books, we have many copies. You can take the copies. And if you can get the signature of Prabhuji is also there. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Devotees can proceed to the Prasadam Hall purpose.
Everybody, thanks a lot for your attendance. I will end the class now after having the darshan of the Lordships. Then tomorrow we'll